sense that he can pretend to be what he's not.
Okay.
But it was very, very, very late
Yes.
before I got to know. And the thing is, when you have a child and the child is small and they tend to love their father, you don't want to cook.
Yes. You don't
have
want the
to-
separation.
You have to let them see things for themselves.
Yes. And they will see it.
Oh, but now the thing is, my daughter is very angry at me
For not telling her
for sticking.
with him.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't understand. Everything will one day.
You know, but I've attempted to leave him like many times, but 3 times or twice my daughter was saying, oh, you're hungry. You can just go to relatives or family, and when you settle, you come back.
Yeah.
Not knowing, the in-depth. But it's not in-depth than what I even thought. So much so that they're doing all manner of things. But with God,
With God too. Because if it wasn't for God, you see, I've lost so much weight.
Oh, it's because you don't know. Yeah, you knew me.
Well, I'm glad I see somebody who understands.
You knew me before because my daughter used to go to Boucher.
Okay. And we always meet and say hello. Yes, I know.
And if you see my husband, I'm sorry to say it, you think he's...
Yeah. My first husband was like that.
You know?
Because a friend came to stay with us for a while. And when the friend see what was happening, the friend said to me, if I didn't come here and you tell me he's like that, I would never believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, my dear, hang in there.
Yeah.
You've got a future ahead of you. You've got God.
I have.
And what is most important is every single person, including me talking today, can forsake you.
Yes.
Your child, your parents, your family can forsake you.
But God will never. God will
never
never
forsake you.
Yes. This is
And
a testimony.
He is the author and finisher of our faith, and
Yes.
He knows the end
Yes.
from the beginning.
Yes. Thank you.
So whatever they say, the only thing I'll say that should be your friend is your God.
Yes.
And speak to Him.
Yes, I do.
And keep talking
Sometimes
to Him.
I get angry with him, but then I have no other alternative but to go back to him.
You go back to Him because
Yes.
it's like, why did you put me in this situation in the first place?
Yeah.
But you've done what you need to do as a human being.
Yes.
You've given Him all the love.
101 and 1 month.
My dear, you've done everything.
Who don't know, don't know.
And it's good when you have people who have been through it, because my husband died in 2019 and he's been falling ill since 2014. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yes. My husband was healthy up until 3 months before.
No, but healthy that he can, up until he died,
Yeah.
you know, he can still do things.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
not as much.
Yes. Yes.
And he's so stubborn to the point that he doesn't take his medication.
Okay.
And then when I knew it was a whole stack of bag of medication,
Okay.
then I have to make sure.
How are you?
We're good, thank you.
Before going to work,
Yes.
this man eats breakfast right whilst I'm there, and I'll prepare lunch. And after work, I'm rushing to get food.
To prepare dinner.
So it's like my daughter was angry, like, Mom, you didn't even have a life. You were young, Dad was older than you. You sacrificed everything.
For him.
The only thing I know about you is you go to work, you go to church, you come home and you pray.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I've done what I need to do.
Exactly.
But for those people who think they can eat my flesh, they won't eat my flesh, they will eat their own flesh.
Yes.
I said to God, how many people can go back and say, God, judge me?
Yes. Yes. That's why, because like you're saying, I've done all I could for my husband. Sister, when he went into the hospital, I sing. I go to the hospital, I sing. Yeah, people were waiting for me to come to sing. If he is agitated, they call me to come in. You hear my sister? So I have nothing, as you said.
He was there for like a week, and they said they would take the tumor. I was on my knees, I was praying, but when there was nothing I could do, I had to let go.
Yes.
But these children are here in England, and sometimes for 1 year you never even know whether he eats or he doesn't. Yeah. And all the time he's been sick, I keep asking myself when he died, how did I? Because my friends were like, how did you do it? Nobody knew. I was the one doing all the
Yes.
hospital appointments, and yet I do full-time work.
Work.
Office
So, sis, I'm telling you,
Office work,
yes,
full-time.
yes. And here you are today. Here you are today. That's why I tell you something. I see people out there now, men, because they know my husband was old, and they're thinking he has money and he left me money. So now everybody is why. Not everybody, some of them. And I said to myself,
I'll say all of them. Reason being, some of them could not talk, and they hiding it. And the minute we were going to do the burial, I was going to go, my family were contributing, and I said, look, wait a minute, this man has got children. And when he was hale and hearty back home, he spent the money on his
them,
children.
yes.
My own is like the last, and I was catering for my child.
Yeah.
So why should I be the one?
Yeah.
And I was feeding and clothing and doing everything.
Everything, yes.
So why should I be the one to bury? So what are you going to contribute? I said, no, not a nickel. If you don't want to bury him, I don't have problems with that. I'll give him to the hospital. He's dead. His soul is not there.
Yes.
It's only the body, and the body is nothing. The hospital can use it
For
for
research.
better, whatever.
Research. My sister, I'm glad to see you because my life has been up and down, up and
No,
down. And
don't
but
let it be.
it's the best now. No, I pick myself up. I pick
My sister, please, I'm begging you, and
No,
I'm
no.
begging you, and I've been there,
Yes.
and I could not voice out
Mm-hmm.
what I'm telling you today to
Yes.
anybody.
Okay.
The reason is, if I say it to anybody, people will call me liar.
Oh my word. Yes, they say I'm making
Why
things up.
did you stick to it?
Yeah.
Why are you making things up? We've always seen you happy.
Yeah.
That's what my daughter said.
Yes.
My daughter said, Mommy, I know you pretend.
Oh, okay.
You always look happy, you seem happy, well,
But you have to put
it's
on
not
that.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're putting up, you're fronting up for him. You should have walked away. And I said, if I had done that, would you be happy?
Yeah.
You have to be sincere. Now it's happened. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
You love him, but at the same time, you're not happy with what happened. If at that time I walked away, you wouldn't be happy.
True. Now let her learn from her own reality. So that means in her lifetime she won't make the mistake that
No,
Mama made.
and when she sees, when men approaches her,
Uh-huh.
she'll say point blank, if you think they're coming to dominate me, no, it's not happening. It has to be equal, and I have to have my job, you have your job, you don't have your job, you fuck off.
Oh. So that's it. She learned so much from that. If he had walked away, she would not see the
She
reality.
said, Mom, I know that sometimes Daddy gives him money, but you give him the money to him.
Oh, okay.
You think I don't hear your conversations? I
Okay.
do.
Okay. It's good. It's good now.
Are you
that-
getting me? But lift your spirit up, woman. Lift your spirit. Don't let them cast
No,
you
no,
down.
I perform, I write, I'm thinking
Because
of,
that is what they want.
yes. I'm thinking of putting a book out to celebrate my husband's birthday, International Women's Day.
And not only to celebrate him,
So
but to celebrate yourself,
Yes,
and
yes.
to let other women out there learn a lesson.
From me. Because I see you, I wouldn't have known you were going through whatever you were going through.
Oh yeah. Oh.
All right.
Well, I tell you what, that is gone.
It is.
In 2019, 2020, I didn't know how I coped.
But you did.
It was a lot.
Yes.
It was a lot, even
Yes.
spiritually.
Yes. I've had a few meltdowns.
No, the good thing is, my dear, I had to keep on because of my own children.
Yes.
And it was
They took everything from me. They took my job, so I had nothing. And then all I had my husband, and then when that time came there, I didn't have anything. I need to put that over there so I get that NRS thing. Because they came, yeah, they were the ones, because he was sent home. He was sent home for the last, so I wanted to take him and stay there because he was with me at my place. And his son changed the lock on the door.
That's not your father's house.
Yeah?
That's not your father's
In
house.
the end, he said he wanted to come home to me in my flat. Yeah?
Just take it easy.
Yeah.
Find a heart to forgive. No, but the fact that I always say to people mistake forgiving to forgetting. You can forgive,
But never forget.
but don't forget.
Yes.
And the reason I'm saying don't forget is so that they don't harm you.
Yes.
It is like when another Christian sister was saying, "Oh, but that's not biblical." I said, "Okay, now tell me what is biblical. If I have a friend who invites me to a party and I went, and the person offers me a bottle of Coke or can of Coke, and I discovered the poison Coke, right? Fortunately, I didn't drink it. Or I'm saying like a scenario. Unfortunately, if I drank it and I survived,
Yes.
I would forgive that friend.
Yes.
But if the friend says to me, "Come to my party,"
You're not going again.
it's either I don't go or I go.
You're careful.
And I'll be looking.
Yes. Yes.
So that part of not forgetting is to say, if you
Yes.
begin to say, right, I am on my guard. It's not to say, you're whatever. As a Christian, I've forgiven them, I've moved on.
Yes.
But I've deleted all their numbers. And the ones I don't delete, I've put, blocked it.
Or sometimes you have to keep at arm's length.
And when people come, because I know people want to talk, oh, my in-laws are very good ones. Oh, very, very good. Really? Oh, yeah. And that's where it stops. I'm not going to give you joy of having to carry any bad news.
Yes.
That's it. Well, I'm moving on. Move on, my dear.
Yes, my sister. Thank you.
Move on.
All right. I am. People, that is a testimony. That is a testimony. A testimony. Yeah, I was saying to Paul, because Paul called me to chat last night. And I was saying to Paul, I haven't been to East Street the longest while. And now I've come out, despite all that's happening, and here I see somebody I haven't seen for ages. We never had a conversation like this or anything like that, because I didn't know what she was going through. But she knows of my husband, because sometimes she would see me. Yeah? Sometimes she would see me and my husband. So you see, she asked me about my husband. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long. I haven't seen a lot of people in a while, people. But yes, here we are. At this point in my life, this is a testimony. Yeah? A testimony that I could not pay for. I could not pay for this testimony. Not at all.